Hi, and welcome to my continuation of my series of watching and reviewing all the Jurassic Park movies leading up to Jurassic World Rebirth. Okay, so I'm going back and watching all three of the Jurassic Park movies and all three of the Jurassic World movies before Jurassic World Rebirth comes out, okay? And a couple of years ago, when the last one came out, Jurassic World Dominion came out, I watched and reviewed all of them, and then after Jurassic World Dominion came out, I did a ranking of them of the Jurassic Park movies, okay? And then like a year or two ago, I bought the Jurassic World collection that came with all of them, okay? So now I'm on the third Jurassic Park movie. So let me know in the comment section below which is your favorite Jurassic Park movie and which one you think is your favorite, which one you think is the best, which one you think is the worst, all that, okay? So, put it back in here, okay? And then next year, Steven Spielberg got a movie coming out, and I think it's about like UFOs, so I'm looking forward to it. So I'm gonna do like a marathon next year, watching and reviewing like all the Steven Spielberg movies that I own in my collection. Okay, and so I'll go back and watch and review the first two Jurassic Park movies. Okay. Um. Okay. Jurassic Park 3 was the very first Jurassic Park movie, and was one of the very first uh, movie I ever saw in theaters when I was little. Okay, so I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Okay, so I don't know if it was the very first movie I saw in theater, but it was up there. Okay, um, now I'm not a big Jurassic Park fan. I'm just a casual fan. Okay, um, okay. I would say I like Jurassic Park trilogy more than the Jurassic World trilogy, and I do believe that every time they make another Jurassic Park movie, it gets stupid and stupid, dumber and dumber, what you want to call it. And every time they make another Jurassic Park movie, uh, they can make it good or they can make it stupid. It doesn't matter how good it is or how bad it is. It will still make a lot of money, make $1 billion. Okay, but for me, I prefer the Land Before Time movie. Okay, and okay, I would love it if they made another one or they made a live adaptation of Land Before Time from the first one. I think Steven Spielberg produces the first one or something like that. Okay, and I read that Steven Spielberg wanted Harrison Ford to be in Jurassic Park franchise, and Harrison Ford turned it down, and Harrison Ford got Sam Neill to play Dr. Alan Grant because he was friends with Sam Neill. Okay, um, so for Jurassic Park 3, it's PG-13, hour and 32 minutes. Got 5.9 out of 10 on IMDb. 49% from the critics of Rotten Tomatoes. 37% from the audience. Okay. Directed by Joe Johnston. I think this is the guy that did directed the first Captain America Captain America: The First Avenger movie. He did Jurassic Park 3, Captain America: The First Avenger, The Wolfman 2010, Jumanji 1995, Honey, I Shrunk the Kid. So he did some nostalgic movies, some movie that people might have grew up with. Okay, so you can say he might be like an underrated director. Okay, starring Sam Neill, Michael Jester, Elliot Draw, Nivolo, William H. Macy, July 18th, 2001, 92 minutes, 93 million with the budget, and made 358.8 million. Okay. After the release of Spielberg Jurassic Park 1993, Johnson expressed interest in directing a sequel. Universal Pictures announced the third film in June 1998, and Johnson was announced as director. Following year, a draft written by Bergman was rejected 5 weeks ahead of filming in favor of a simpler story idea suggested by David Cope, the writer of previous two films. Payne and Taylor were hired to rewrite the early script by Bergman, who made further revisions to the draft. Filming takes 5 months, beginning in Hawaii in August 2000 before moving in California. Now, okay, a lot of people would say that The Lost World, Jurassic Park is the second best sequel. Jurassic Park 3 is the worst one out of 3 original. This is not a perfect movie, but every time I watch it, I get entertained. Like, some YouTubers, like one YouTuber would say, I had a good time, no alcohol required. Okay? It got some cool things, like when they were at the beginning when they were trying to take off, and then the guy said, "Stop!" and then they crash into the tree, and then the T-Rex bites the airplane, the private jet, and then the T-Rex and the Tyrannosaurus have a little fight scene, like 30 seconds or a minute or something like that. That was cool, okay? So I don't think we saw that. That would have in the other Jurassic Park movie, okay? But a couple problems with this movie is one, it's short, 90 minutes. Okay, it should at least be 2 hours or 2 hours and 10 minutes. And another thing is, they should block the more people with them to help look for the son. Okay, because the man and woman, they're like husband and wife, and they're like separated or divorced or something like that. And they pay, they said they're going to pay Dr. Alan Grant to help them look for their son. And let's see, what was his son's name? Eric. Okay. And Billy, like some guy that working with Dr. Alan Grant, digging for fossils, bones. Okay. And okay. So yeah. Okay. And so they should block more people to help look for their son, so the movie can have more people to get eaten by the dinosaurs. The movie should be longer, like 40 minutes longer or something like that. It should have some more dinosaur things, cool dinosaur things, than just them running around screaming. You have like at least 2 or 3 people get eaten, okay, but nothing cool like uh, the first 2 movies. Like I would say the cool eating dinosaur thing in the movie when the guy is waving at the private jet and said stop, stop, and you see like his arm is bleeding, okay, and then that's when they crack into the tree because a Tyrannosaurus come out, grab him, eat him. That's probably the best thing in the movie, okay? That thing cool, okay? Um, now, the 2 dumbest things in the movie, or maybe 3. Um, one, um, Eric here, his parents' satellite phone, and guess where their parents' satellite phone is that he heard it from, and it was coming from. Inside the belly, or the body, what you call it, of the Tyrannosaurus. I'm like, that's totally stupid. And then, when Dr. Alan Grant went on the private jet, coming over to the island, he had like a 10-second dream of with the raptor, and the raptor talked to him. I'm like, that's stupid. And then, there was a cool thing with them in the water with the birds, and but then at the end when they get on the airplane to go back home or whatever, they like look out the window and say, "Oh, look at those, cool," stuff like that. I'm like, that is stupid. You had to run for your life, try to get away from the birds, wrap the birds, with the bird cage. I mean, that's stupid. And then you get up. I mean, that was cool. But then when you get on the private jet, the airplane, you're like, oh, look out the window, and the bird are flying. I'm like, that's totally stupid. Okay, but so this is one of the movies where if you change it a little bit, make some adjustment, it could be better. Okay, so I don't hate it like a lot of critics and fan do. Okay, um, um, I will go back and watch the last one, Jurassic World Dominion. Cause be honest, I don't think I ever watched that movie since I saw it in theaters. After I saw it in theaters, so when I go watch it again, that'll probably be like at least probably like my second time to watch it. Cause I thought it was stupid. With bugs? No, you want a dinosaur movie, not a movie about bugs. So like when you go see a Transformer movie, you want a movie about Transformers, not a movie about humans. That's why, to me, Transformers 1 would be the best Transformer movie because it focuses on just the Transformer movie. I mean, Transformers. Okay? No humans. So, yeah, so I told you the, the bad stuff in the movie. It's short, it needs to be at least 40 minutes longer, or 50 minutes. Dr. Allen gonna have a dumb, stupid dream, like 10 seconds, talking to the raptors. They look out the window at the end. Oh, the birds are cool. I'm like, that's stupid, okay? So, I'm gonna say, this movie is just okay. I have a lot of nostalgia for this movie because this is like one of the very first movie I ever saw in theater. That and probably like Attack of the Phantom Menace. Okay, and this is the very first Jurassic Park movie I ever saw. Okay, so I'm gonna say Jurassic Park 3 is just okay. Okay, so that's it. and then in a day or two, I'll go watch Jurassic World, come back and review it. Thank you. Until next time.